Light up. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ronald President. I'm Chairman of the Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Mount Pleasant. Sorry we started off a little late tonight. Before we start, let me first introduce the members of our board. To my far right is Adrian Novak. To my right is Mr. Nicholas DeChico. To my immediate left is Kathy Niclario. She's Secretary of Zoning and Planning. To her left is Mr. Herb Dorr, and on the far left is Mr. George Lapatos. And sitting at the table diagonally in front of me is Mr. Joseph Briganti, who is the building inspector for the town of Mount Pleasant. We have a short agenda tonight, so I'm going to move this along and get rid of all the frills. We're going to start with 25-2, Jeffrey Crane. Okay, I just want you to know you're still under oath, all right?
Sure.
And for the record, this is Jeffrey Crane, the owner of the premises located at 326 Manhattan Avenue, Hawthorne, New York, designated on the tax map, the town of Mount Pleasant is 112.10-2-59. The application is for a proposed in-ground swimming pool in an existing single-family dwelling on a 7,500 square foot lot in an R10 zone.
Correct.
When you were here last time, we eliminated the jacuzzi.
Correct.
Okay. And the next thing was to find, there was a previous zoning approval.
Correct.
And you were going to manipulate the swimming pool because that was the most important.
Correct.
And that's where we are now.
That's where we are now. So we, in discussions with the pool company and the client, we've revised the previous site plan to eliminate the jacuzzi, as we previously stated, and we've moved the pool to 3 feet away from the property line at the rear yard and the side yard, creating a distance off the house at 10.75 feet. So that's where no jacuzzi at all. So that's where we're standing right now.
All right. And that was based on that 6 foot?
6.5 foot variance that we previously had.
I have no questions. Ms. Novak?
No questions.
Mr. DeChico?
Can you just remind me the change in the rear yard and side yard setback from the original proposal, if any?
Yes, there was. The previous variance was for 2 and 2. So the variance was 3 and 3, because it's 5 feet in the rear yard, 5 feet in the side yard. Now it's 3 and 3. So 2 yard variance in the rear yard, 2 yard variance in a 2 foot yard variance in the side yard.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
That's it. Mr. Dorr?
So if I remember right, last meeting, we determined in the record that they already had an approval for a pool requiring no other changes
In that location, yes.
in the location. So where are we in reference to that prior approval?
Prior approval had a 5 foot rear yard setback and a 5 foot side yard setback, but it was 6.5 feet away from the house.
Okay.
So we pushed the pool to 3 and 3 and got it to 10.7.
And we got to a 10. Okay. No further.
Ms. Lapatos?
Mr. Valani, I just want to thank you for taking account of the suggestions that we made at the last meeting. The fact that you brought all the variances to under 50% is appreciated, and I'm in support of the application now as a result. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone wish to make a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve
All right, motion to approve by Mr.
25-2
Dorr.
as resubmitted.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Second by Mr. Lapatos. Ms. Novak?
Approve.
Mr. Chico?
Aye.
And the chairman votes aye, so carried 5-0.
Thank you very much.
You're
Have a
welcome.
good night.
Good night now.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to make sure that
I don't think anybody's here to speak.
I know that. That's what, boy.
I know.
The next application is 25-4, Ed and Roseanne Howard. Good evening. You are?
Edward Howard.
Okay, and obviously you're Roseanne. Okay. And you folks are the owners of the premises at 221 Columbus Avenue in Valhalla.
Yes.
And designated on the tax map as 89/117.11-2-9. The application is for a proposed installation of a new wood deck to an existing single-family dwelling. You need a variance 30 feet for the rear yard. 30 feet's required. Existing is 25. You want to make it 2 feet bigger.
Yes, 2.5 bigger,
So you actually need a variance of 6.8 feet from the original.
yes,
Okay.
because the house was built 70 years ago in the wrong spot, so this is why we're here.
Don't make a good,
So,
it happens all the time.
yes, so we have pictures of old steps and the new steps that how we want to put them in.
Sure.
Would you like to see? Yeah, start from here.
Sure.
So we've had this since we moved there, and it's
Oh.
falling apart.
Yeah, it took me a second to
We're just hoping
recall.
make it- This is our main egress. Because we live on such a busy street, no one uses that. We have delivery people, they don't go on Columbus Avenue to come into our home. From the driveway, you would use the back, which is what we do. It's very tight to deliver like furniture, groceries. So we're just hoping to make it a little more safe going forward.
So basically, what you're doing is you're getting rid of those shrubs.
Yes.
Yes, that's all.
Looks nice. Really does. You saw these?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's all you're doing?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. I have no questions. I think you're doing a nice little project
And
there.
we'll provide some much-needed storage underneath as well, because we only have a one-car garage, so we can actually...
You can have a 10,000 square foot house and still doesn't have enough storage in it.
This is true. My mother said we would never need another closet 27 years ago. We need a new closet.
Lies.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. I have no further questions. Ms. Novak?
So you'll just be extending out about 2 feet,
Yes.
and then you'll continue to keep the railing and everything like that? It's just
Yeah,
extending.
It's going to be a Trex deck with a aluminum railing all around. And
So we're literally getting rid of the shrubbery that's there.
Mhm.
We put the deck up where the shrubbery is.
extend, you'll still keep the patio with the, I think it was a fireplace, or you had something in the middle of the patio?
No, nothing in the middle of the patio.
No, that was a covered table.
Oh, cover table, sorry, I thought there was
Oh,
something
that-
there.
That was in the middle, yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
that's
in the
in the
yard.
But you'll still continue to keep that, and it'll just be the extension of just losing the shrubbery?
Yes,
No questions.
Okay. Mrs. DeChico?
You sent out notices, correct?
yes.
Correct.
Any negative feedback from neighbors or
No.
anything of that nature? Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Dorr?
So basically, you're removing the top of the current concrete structure that's there, or you're removing that whole
The
structure?
whole
thing.
thing.
So you're removing that whole thing and then replacing it and then building storage underneath?
Yeah, there will be
Yes.
storage underneath it, yes.
No further questions?
Mr. Lepantos?
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
All right. Does the board wish to make a determination to approve or deny the application?
Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve 25-4.
All right. I have
Second.
approval by Ms. Novak. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. DeChico. Mr. Dorr?
Aye.
Mr. Lepantos?
Aye.
And the chairman votes aye. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Good then.
It's going to look nice.
Thank you very much.
Safe.
Yes, that's it.
What's that?
Safe.
Safe.
Safe, yes.
Safety.
Okay. All right, and finally, the last application for this evening
Can I get plans on?
is Victor Sastry. Is that, did I say it right? Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Testimony about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay. Which one of you is Vincent Sastry? You are, okay. And you're the owner of the premises located at 1025 King Street, Chappaqua.
Correct.
And it's designated on the Town of Mount Pleasant tax map as 89/107.6-1-12, and the application is for a proposed extension to an existing deck. 50 feet required, existing is 44 and a half. You're going to 38 and 3/4, so off the original, you need about an 11 and a quarter foot variance. Actually, you're only going about 6 feet bigger than what you have now. House has got a little bit of work to be done there. Yeah.
We're replacing the finish of the deck, so it will mostly be new.
Yeah.
New railing.
Looks like you had some woodpeckers visiting you
Yes.
and a few
Yes.
other local residents. We did get a letter from your next-door neighbor approving the application. They were in favor of it. You got a copy of that?
No, I don't.
And it was,
We did see that letter.
you did see that.
I don't.
And, Gabriel Solomon. He says, I'm writing this letter in support of my new neighbor Vincent Sastori, who is seeking relief of 11 1/4 feet from the minimum yard requirement. By granting this variance, there'll be no undesirable change produced in the character of the thing. So, you got a nice next door neighbor.
Yeah, that's very nice.
When we were out there, actually, there's nothing behind you. Your backyard, you just got that steep slope, and that's all, is that watershed property back there?
Bronx River.
Yeah, it is the watershed, because I know off of Whippoorwill, half of the Whippoorwill Club is off limits. That's owned by the DEP now. And I know the water comes down Whippoorwill Road. It's a big project you're doing, so as far as, I've done a couple of them, so I can appreciate what you're going through. All right? But I have no problem with what you want to do with that. Ms. Novak, you have any questions?
Other than the neighbor who sent us the letter in support, did you get any other feedback? I know you're really only those two houses off of that shared driveway entrance, but did anyone else reach out to you?
Josh and Alona Winslow were also in support. They actually wanted to make it today, but they couldn't.
And they
But-
reside where?
They're next door to us. I believe it's 10, 11.
Are they to the right or the left?
Yes, that's,
We're looking at the house there to the left. Solomon is to the right.
okay, that's helpful.
Okay. Mr. Chico,
No further questions.
got any questions?
No questions, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Dorr?
No questions, Chairman, pretty straightforward.
Mr. Lepatos?
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Okay. Want to make a resolution on this
I'll-
application?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that Z25-5 is approved as submitted.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. DeChico. Ms. Novak?
Aye.
Mr. Lepatos?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye. Congratulations.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, based on there's no further applications in front of us, I make a motion, we move to adjournment.
All right.
I'll second.
Second, Ms. Novak?
Aye.
DeChico?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye. Closed. Meeting is closed.
Mike's dead.
We broke the record.